So from the cockpit, being an XLT model, it has power mirrors, power locks, power windows, also has steering wheel cruise control. All the lights are on, obviously, because the ignition's on, but the engine isn't running. But we have here a mic for the Bluetooth head unit for making calls. We have a scan gauge too, which isn't running since the car is not, but has the ability to scan for OBD2 trouble codes. It also has the ability to live display several different parameters. We have it set up for transmission temperatures, water temperatures, RPMs, magnetic phone mount, 12 volt USB ports, charging ports. There's a piece of tape over there just to block up obnoxious blue light. Concha P3 trailer brake controller. There's a DVD head unit. It has Apple CarPlay. It also has Android Auto. Has Bluetooth for calls and music. It also has the ability, just being a DVD player, we routed the HDMI from the back of that to an HDMI out port in the back, so you can connect it to a TV for watching movies over the speaker system. Front and rear AC and heat. It also has a full-time rear view camera and the ability to switch from kind of a dual view with the front cam to full-time front to rear view, and it has the ability to scroll up and down. This is really helpful for backing up. It also has time. It has an accurate mileage display, or speedometer essentially, that is controlled using kind of the GPS, and so it's a more accurate speedometer than what's in the dash, just because the tires are oversized. The interior is very reconfigurable. There is airline grade L-track running front to almost to the back. There's 3 rows of it, which allows the seats to be moved at 1-inch increments. The seats are all held down by grade 10 hardware. There's 6 mounting points for each row of 3. The L-track is all supported or reinforced underneath with 1/4-inch steel and fender washers. This front seat is reconfigurable. It can be front facing or reversed and turned around to face the rear. This is what we kind of called road trip mode, where we had the back set up like a restaurant booth with a table that's also mounted to the L-track. There is a TV on an articulating mount. It's a 19-inch 1080p IPS screen. It is getting its signal from an HDMI port. I generally have the cords better cleaned up, but this was just to demonstrate for pictures. And it's plugged into the 300-watt inverter. There's also a set of USB ports there and a set of USB charging ports there as well. There's rear blower controls for the heat or AC. Since the floor was raised up with 3/4-inch plywood, I had to build a custom kind of threshold. And it has LED lights that illuminate when the barn doors open, just for better visibility getting in and out. This door has a tendency to swing open. Sometimes you want it open, so just added a bungee here with a D-ring. Hard to do this one-handed. That just connects there. That works to kind of pull the door closed, but also keep it from swinging too far open. And there's 4 places in the back that the speakers were replaced by Kenwood's 6x8s. And then in the front, there is Alpine 6.5-inch component speakers with the tweeters mounted in the mirror cover on the inside. So in the back like this, right now it's set up to carry 8 passengers. There's still a lot of cargo room. As you can see, the L-track doesn't go all the way to the back, but there's still a lot of L-track here that is useful for things like mounting kind of D-rings or tie downs. You know, this would even be a great place to kind of mount a temporary drawer system. One thing is that based on the kind of the height of the transit seats that were added, there is not room for the full kind of portion of the plastic side trim, and so some of that had to be cut out so that the seat could fit over that. I do have a black plastic kind of cover that was in the cargo vans that could go in there if you wanted to leave the seats out to make it a little more aesthetically pleasing. This is the outlet that is connected to the shore power. So if you plugged in at a campsite or in the driveway or whatever, you'd still have access to 2 outlets and a USB-C and a USB-A. For anyone who would be interested in adding a bed platform to the back of this, I have the materials to do that, and we'll include that with the sale of the van. I have 3 of these expandable kind of bed support rails, and I also have the brackets to mount these. This is not how they'd be mounted, but essentially there would be brackets that would be mounted here. They'd be rib nutted to the body, and then these would clip into those brackets. And I have 3 of those, so you could make a bed platform basically as kind of deep as you needed it to be. But part of the reason I decided to go this route is so that it could be easily taken out and reversed. I wanted the inside of this van to be as kind of convertible and transformable as possible. So that will come with the van to whoever does buy it.
Check out this vehicle and many more at CuratedOverland.com.